Hello, it is the Jedi Time Lord here today, and today we are bringing you another video. Sorry, I just got my screen up. So, I have been trying to upload every other day, but obviously I haven't. Apologies. My audience account just loads up. I streamed War Story 2, following Blackburn in a plane on stream. I streamed it, but I also recorded it, and that's coming out as I record this episode. And this War Story is the Italian one, I believe. I want to mix it up with streams, some streamed and some not streamed, just so you know it feels a lot more like, I don't know what the word I'd use. I have no idea what the word I'd use, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like and subscribe. I will mute myself at parts where the story is. I didn't do it with the stream because it's a stream, obviously. So yeah, enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment down below what you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the end of the video. Peace. This one is called Avanti Savoia. Volunteer from the Italian Arditi, a shock trooper until battling amongst the Italian Alps.
Everyone was affected by the war. Every corner of the world was touched. The human spirit drove us to fight where no one...
I have no idea how long this one is, but it's only 2 chapters.
Found a way.
So we'll see how long it is. As usual, I play on normal. Enjoy.
But I wonder if there will...
Dolomites, northern Italy, fall 1918. Italy and Austro-Hungarian are deadlocked among the Alps. Braced by snow-capped mountains, neither side can find a way to dislodge their enemy. Regular forces dig in and reinforce their positions. Meanwhile, an elite mountaineer regiment prepares an orthodox assault. This unit specializes on high-risk tactic. They are called the Arditi. The Arditi motto: alla vittoria o tutti exopetari. Translation: we either win or we all die. And I hope I pronounced it right. If you're Italian, please tell me otherwise.
Dad? You up there? Are you all right? We're ready for you to cut the cake. Wow, these are incredible.
Yes, it was an incredible time.
You looked very handsome in that uniform.
That's not me, that's Matteo.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry, Dad. Take as long as you need.
No, it's okay, Tesoro. It's time I told you what happened to him. It was during our last battle together. Just a few days after our 21st birthday. My brother's battalion had been ordered to capture a fort deep into enemy territory. I wasn't going with him. I was part of a special unit with a different mission. Our task was to support Matteo's battalion. We were a proud unit. We changed the war for Italy. The Arditi.
Oh, la vittoria! Oh, tutti accampati! Continuiamo a servarci di qualcosa!
While Matteo was pushing forward, I had to fight up the mountain and take out anything targeting his unit.
Just hearing this story makes me worry for you.
Don't worry, I was in a full suit of armor. Besides, the Arditi were proud volunteers. We would have done anything for Italy. A church was sitting at the base of the path. Enemy troops had fortified it. I had to fight them first.
This is mental. I'm dying over here.
All that was left after the flame troops were some foot soldiers. After that, the church would be ours.
This is a chunk of a gun. This is beautiful. It crackling through the sky.
Conquistiamo la chiesa! Così, avanti, forza! Merda, è messo male! L'hai preso in pieno! Apro il fuoco! Dobbiamo proseguire nell'avanzata!
There was an artillery gun that was shelling us and Matteo's unit. I had to destroy it.
He was still heading to the fort?
Right. I had to make sure he got there.
This definitely feels better than the first story. I mean, the second story also felt better than the first story.
Matteo and the entire Italian offensive was in danger as long as that artillery gun remained. So I had to take it down.
I have got my mic open, by the way. It's just I'm taking this all in. It's like, whoa.
that made me safe was to blow up the gun itself.
There we go.
That explosion was one of the sweetest sights of the war for me.
It's a sweet sight for me as well.
But there was no rest. I could see an anti-aircraft gun over the next ridge that was taking out our planes. That was my next target.
I'm just a one-man tank.
The gun was manned by Austro-Hungarian troops. I had to remove them before I could use the gun myself.
You don't have a lot of visibility here.
Difesa hanno ceduto. Rendiamo cara la pelle.
I was like, what?
Take down the last man. But then I hear a noise that I will never forget. They were targeting Matteo's unit below me. So I do the only thing I can.
It was me against an entire enemy bomber squadron. We had no reinforcements. If those men were killed, our advance would be completely halted, and I would have lost Matteo. After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had to stand my ground.
First death. Luca Vizincio Cococciala. Flame troopers cannot be eliminated with a melee kill. Their fuel tank is their only weak spot.
Against an entire enemy bomber squadron. We had no reinforcements. If those men were killed, our advance would be completely halted, and I would have lost Matteo. After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had to stand my ground.
kinda impossible. Access Dynamax position and gadget sector. This is.
It was me against an entire enemy bomber squadron.
Oh my god, come on.
We had no reinforcements. If those men were killed, our advance would be completely halted, and I would have lost Matteo. After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had to stand my ground.
Where? Once they start coming, you can't stop coming. They just keep coming, and the come keeps. God.
It was me against an entire enemy bomber squadron. We had no reinforcements. If those men were killed, our advance would be completely halted, and I would have lost Matteo. After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had to stand my ground.
Come on.
Were you still safe behind your armor?
Of course. Nothing could dent it. But then the planes veered away.
Oh, this is not good. He's going down, so he's suicide playing. Hold on, oh, I can't skip it. I've already got a certain amount of time to record today. We've got his armour. He's got to be a meaty lad though to hold a gun.
When I got up, I thought I had died and gone to hell. They blew up the mountain. They buried us. They buried themselves.
Oh, God. Mateo.
I had to find him. So I went down into that hell.
You
It
brave
was my only
sod.
choice.
What the hell is that? I want to know what he's holding.
I had to find Mateo. He could have been anywhere. I started with the first thing that came through the fog. There were allies pinned inside lodges. I needed to save them.
I'm being a madman.
Ce l'abbiamo fatta! Ora muoviamoci!
We could hear them before we saw them. Armored vehicles coming from the enemy fort.
But you didn't have your equipment anymore.
There were crates of enemy weapons in the lodges that we scavenged and prepared ourselves with.
Luca Vizincho.
We could hear them before we saw them. Armored vehicles coming from the enemy fort.
But you didn't have your equipment anymore.
There were crates of enemy weapons in the lodges that we scavenged and prepared ourselves with.
Oopsie daisy. Enemies are, and allies drop their weapons when they are killed. Oh, really?
We could hear them before we saw them. Armored vehicles coming from the enemy fort.
But you didn't have your equipment anymore.
There were crates of enemy weapons in the lodges that we scavenged and prepared ourselves with.
Damn it, didn't get far.
Sheer force of will, we took out their firepower. The lodges were safe, and I had to move on.
You never said, was Mateo in those lodges?
No. The men said his unit had made it further up. Every part of me wanted to get out of the trenches. But I could hear Italian yelling. I knew my friends were trapped. Everywhere I looked, too late. I felt alone among ghosts. After a while, I couldn't even look at the bodies. We had to have made it to the fort. Some of the things I saw, Tesoro. I had to convince myself I wasn't dead.
I will try into that.
of me wanted to get out of the trenches, but I could hear Italian yelling. I knew my friends were trapped. Everywhere I looked, too late. I felt alone among ghosts. After a while, I couldn't even look at the bodies. We had to have made it to the fort. Some of the things I saw, Tesoro. I had to convince myself I wasn't dead.
Like what?
Fire. Every part of me wanted to get out of the trenches, but I could hear Italian yelling. I knew my friends were trapped. Everywhere I looked, too late. I felt alone among ghosts. After a while, I couldn't even look at the bodies. We had to have made it to the fort. Some of the things I saw, Tesoro. Myself, I wasn't dead.
Like what?
Fire. Fire everywhere. There were two ways into the fort. I could either go through the underground tunnels or above ground by circling around the back.
Not through the front?
I no longer had my armor. It was impossible.
I fucked the fucking eye. Oh, continue.
There were two ways into the fort. I could either go through the underground tunnels or above ground by circling around the back.
Not through the front?
I no longer had my armor. It was impossible. No, Matteo wasn't there. I still think about that field. Every day. I'd almost stopped looking. Started giving in to the hope that Matteo had escaped. And then...
No! No!
He never got older. And here I am, still. Who decides such things? Buon compleanno, Matteo.
Buon complimento. Sorry, I had to clean my eyes out. I had a bit of a watery eye from poking it when I was playing, so I just disappeared. That last bit, like last minute or two, I was just making some noises trying to get some tissue. Interesting story, war story. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot more difficult than the last two. Obviously, the first one wasn't recorded, or it was just streamed. I apologise for that. But the second one was streamed and was recorded, and it will be coming out soon. We've got two more war stories, which I think are both relatively short, and we move on to Battlefield 5's war story and combined arms. That's my next series. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. It's been your host, the Jedi Time Lord, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.